Hi boys and girls. So I chose the book Bath Time because we have been working on healthy habits and exercise, and this ties in really well with what we've been learning the past few weeks. It's a fictional book, so we know it is something that's not true, but it's just a cute little read that you and whoever you're reading with will enjoy. Again, it's called Bath Time, and we see at the bottom it says written by Felicia Brown, so we know when they write the words that is the author. And then it says illustrated by Angela Kamstra. And illustrations means the pictures that they draw. So let's go ahead and flip to the next page. You guys have a book in front of you, so you can go ahead and flip, and I'm going to flip as well. All right, so we are on the first page, and so what I'm just going to do is just read, and you guys can follow along with your own book, or you can just follow along with the screen. Remember, I will read one-to-one correspondence, so that means your finger should be following each word as you say it, and we are going to make sure we are looking all the way through the word. I'm going to go ahead and start reading. Mom says, "It is time for my bath." I get into the tub. I go splish, splash. Let's go ahead and turn to the next page. Just hanging on tight for my computer. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start reading. My little rubber duck gets into the tub. It goes quack, quack. I'm going to go ahead and go to the next page. Now remember, guys, you can look at those pictures too. Don't ever think that we should just be following those words. Sometimes if we still have trouble figuring out a word, those picture clues are there to help you. But as of right now with this kind of book, we should be past looking at just the pictures. So go ahead and flip to the next page. All right, so now we see a little fishy in there. My little toy fish gets into the tub. It goes swoosh, swoosh. And as I'm looking at this page, I notice that there's, of course we see the sight words, but then I see these big words down here, swoosh, and we know that the O-O sometimes says oo or so if you did not know that word, it's good to listen to me read it first, but you can also say swoosh or swoosh, and then your parents should be able to help you figure that word out. So listening to me read it correctly should help you. All right, we are going to go ahead and go to the next page, so flip your page. Okay, looks like she's got a little boat in there. I'm going to go ahead and start reading. My little toy tugboat. Oh, I notice that it doesn't just say boat because I'm looking at the beginning of my word and it says t. So tugboat gets into the tub. It goes toot, toot. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and flip to the next page. This is a funny looking picture. I'm going to go ahead and start reading. The big soap bubbles go up and up. They go pop, pop. Notice I read that with a little bit more expression that time because we can see right here that there's an exclamation point. And when we see an exclamation point, we kind of make our voice go a little louder. So whenever you're going to be reading that in just a few minutes, I want to make sure that you're looking at that end punctuation to do the same thing. Let's go ahead and go to the next page. Okay, the soap slips out of my hand. It goes ker-plop. Has anybody ever had that happen to them? I know it's happened to me a few times. We're going to go ahead and go to the next page. Remember that, guys, that we are always doing one-to-one. All right, let's look at that picture. Uh-oh, I see water on the ground, and that happens every single day with my son. I'm trying to teach him to put a towel on the floor, but you know how boys and girls can be your age. Let's go ahead and keep reading. Mom says, "It is time to get out." I get out of the tub. Drip, drip. Let's go to the next page, following along. The water goes out of the tub. Gurgle, gurgle, glub. So notice those three words all start with G, but they do not have the same ending in all of them. So when you're reading, make sure you look all the way through the word. And let's go to the next page. Oh, and that is the end. So that was a quick little read, just like I had said at the beginning. So now this is what I want you to do, either with yourself or hopefully somebody's there with you. I want you to start at the beginning, and you are going to read it along with somebody there, if they're there, and you're going to start all the way at the beginning and go all the way to the end. Two things you need to look for. You need to make sure you are using, or not two things you need to look for, I'm sorry, two things you just need to make sure you are doing. Looking all the way through the words, because sometimes there's words that have S at the end, or the word might look like something, but it is a different word. I know a lot of times if we see, a word that might look like something else, we say the wrong word. So really focus on looking all the way through that word. And then, of course, making sure you are pointing to your words as you read them. And if you are struggling, go back and reread to make sure you understand what you're reading. Once you read that book once or two times, I would prefer two, just to make sure you understand it, I want you to get out a piece of paper that is going to be in your baggie, and you are going to write down at least 10 sight words that you saw from this book. So your three jobs are to read the book a few times, get out your piece of paper, and you are going to write down 10 sight words that you saw from this book. And of course, whenever you are finished with that, you guys can put it back in your baggie, make sure your name is on it, and I will have to check it as soon as you come back to school. I'm really proud of how far you guys have come, and I can't wait to see your work. Enjoy!